another episode of the podcast. That I don't know how to open these things. Who cares? So, how did you like this week in wrestling?
It was okay.
You sure about that? You sure?
Yeah, yeah. Notice I said just okay.
Yeah, because there's a complaint about something, and we'll get to that later on when we get to it. But
Okay.
there is a complaint. So
Hmm.
we start with Monday Night Raw, and Raw opens up with the birthday girl Jade Cargill because Monday was her birthday, which looking back at
Oh
it
yeah,
was
that's right.
it wasn't good. And if you watch when she walks in her and Bianca because they have the tag titles, but they walk in and if you look behind her, you see Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. So it's like, oh yeah, well we kind of knew where that was going, and
Yeah.
we get more confirmation of that later on. So Raw opens up with Liv Morgan coming out, and she comes out and she basically says she's a champion and she's still on her Liv Morgan revenge tour. And then Dominic comes out and she just starts flirting with Dominic. Now, okay, this is this is what some of the dumbass shit that like this is what I hate about certain people when they reach for fucking stupid shit because they feel like they need to take shots at WWE and just like make shit up. This storyline, me and you, just between me and you, this storyline
Uh
has
huh.
nothing to do with sexual assault, correct?
Correct.
So why did they make this be a whole sexual assault thing? Because she was kissing on him and feeling on him. It was like, oh, I don't think they should do a sexual assault thing when they have the whole thing with Vince McMahon. And it's like, are people okay? Like, are people really okay? Because like this tribalistic thing is getting way out of hand. Because like, are people really that okay? Like, are they okay?
Okay, that kind of pissed me off. Like I didn't hear that because like what the fuck? Like okay, me and you've been watching wrestling for years, right? We
Uh
know
huh.
where this fucking story is going.
Hmm.
He's gonna wind up with her.
Yes.
100%. He's gonna wind up with her.
Hmm.
Like this may be planned between them or whatever. He's gonna turn on Rhea.
Yep.
Obviously, it's not sexual assault. So what the fuck is people talking about? Y'all fucking stupid.
And there's another thing that happens on Raw where, and somebody like this is another once again is one of those reaches where like you're trying to reach for something that's not there, and it's like, okay, I don't understand. Like, it seems like it's the tribalistic bullshit because it's like a lot of people that just like really was like, oh my god, like this is leaning into sexual assault. It's like no, like the one thing that I can understand is a lot of the female wrestling fans, they say, I'm tired of the unsolicited kiss between a man and a woman. And like, I get that. Like, I totally get that because like, it's just like you just taking advantage of somebody. I totally get that. That's a normal invalid criticism. Like a woman can
Yeah,
say that that's total invalid criticism. The sexual assault thing is like just reaching. It's like completely reaching. It's like
yeah,
it's just like no normal human is just like that's sexual assault. Everybody's like, no, they're working something there, and if you pay attention, it feels like this is all the setup.
mm-hmm. Because not only Dominic, but fucking Finn is in on this. JD is in on this. Only one that's not in it that's there right now, I believe, is Priest.
Yes, and I have a weird feeling. Listen, I have a feeling about that, and this is gonna like I'm gonna get into it later because I have a feeling like this whole thing is gonna turn into something way bigger and I'm all here for it because
Yeah.
while Liv is trying to fill up on Dominic and make him feel uncomfortable, Finn comes in and is like, "Hey, we don't want you here," and she leaves. Now, this is how you can tell that this has been they have been playing a fucking long game because somebody pointed this out and I remember this happening and I
Mhm.
totally was like, "Oh my fucking god, they are really playing the long game." Because you remember when she got arrested in real life.
Yeah.
She got arrested in real life and she was on mugshot shorties because she had a really hot mugshot. There was the first person to
Yeah.
like the picture was Dominic. And that was like at first everybody was like, "Oh, that's kind of weird." And when somebody just brought it up now because she was liking all of Dominic's stuff, somebody brought it up was like, "Wait a minute, he liked this picture way back then because he went to jail and she also went to real jail." So they're like, "Wait a minute." And it's like, okay, they're playing the long game because it's how like when you like something on Instagram, you see the people who like it, and the first name right there is Dominic's name, his Instagram name. You're like, huh,
Yeah.
this was a little bit more than okay, all right. So yeah, this is the long game.
It's gonna be a fun story. I don't know what the fuck people talking about. I'm actually pissed right now.
Yeah. So then we get to Sheamus and Ludwig. They show from last week. I swear to God, I didn't see this because I seen the attack. I didn't see this because I wasn't paying too close attention. When you watch it back from last week, it is the most funniest shit because Sheamus is walking. He's walking, and Ludwig comes and attacks him. But right in between Sheamus going into the box, there's a dude standing there, and the dude just runs out of the way right before Sheamus gets hit. And it's like just a random dude that just was walking. He had no idea what was going on, and he was about to get fucked up. And he just like totally just like, as soon as Sheamus got hit, he was like, "Oh shit!" He ran and like Ludwig tackled Sheamus. And I was like, "Oh my god, that dude almost got fucked up."
That's like in the same vein with the interviewers back when they fucking haul ass, leave you hanging, let you get beat up.
Yup. Like it was just the most random and shit. And then Sheamus comes out for the match, and Ludwig just attacks him from behind. He just fucks him up. I I lied to you not. I did not see this going the way that it went. Fucking Ludwig fucks his leg up. Sheamus gets to the match, and Sheamus starts fighting back, but Sheamus gets his ass beat. And then Sheamus comes back and Ludwig fucks him up and wins. I did not see him winning.
I didn't either. I actually thought he was gonna get squashed.
Yeah, I was like, all right, Sheamus gonna beat his ass. Especially when he powered back up. I was like, oh, Sheamus gonna beat the shit out of him. Nah.
Yep.
Like Sheamus lost. That took me by surprise. So Ludwig
Ludwig's
is
gonna wind up being a star because of this, I think.
yeah, that's what I was just about to say. He's gonna wind up being a star because of this. Like, because
Yep.
this was one of those moments where everybody kind of stopped and looked and was like, wait a minute, he can actually go by himself. And
Yeah.
he took it to Sheamus. I was like, okay. I was surprised.
Question for his future then, right?
Yes.
So since Gunther's done with like the secondary title, whatever, he's going for the main title, right? Do
Hmm.
you foresee like Ludwig going for the secondary title then soon?
I see him actually going the same place I see somebody else going, Money in the Bank. I see him being going in the
Ah,
Money in the Bank. I don't see him winning Money in the Bank. Like, but he's going in the Money in the Bank.
and he's gonna show
So,
his like show off on that shit. Watch.
hmm so then we catch back up with Judgment Day, and Damian Priest is like, Dominic, what's going on? He was like, what's happening here? Like, and Dom's like, no, nothing's happening. Everything's good. And then he confronts JD, and he's like, JD, he was like, you were talking to her. He was like, what were you talking about? He was like, yo, I was just telling her to stay away from us, just like stay away. He was like, okay. I don't understand like how he's not seeing this whole thing play out. Like, why is the priest like the only one not paying attention?
Because he believe like one, he believes he's the leader. He never was the fucking leader. That's the one thing. Two, he believes like all of them are loyal to him.
And that's what I think the problem is because he thinks he's the leader. They know there was no leader, but you think that you're the leader. We hate you for that.
Mm-hmm.
So then we get Ricochet with his bad ribs talking to Ilya Dragunov. And Dragunov's like, dude, I don't think you should go out there and try to fight Braun Breaker. And Ricochet's like, no, no, I got to do this. I got to go out there and show that I can beat Braun Breaker. And Ilya's like, all right. He's like, don't get killed. So what do you think Ricochet's future is? Because his contract is up in September.
um, he's a current champion right now. Like they don't show it, but he's the speed champion. So they've treated him well. Like he's had every secondary championship. So he has his girl there. He's staying.
Or do you think he should go to AEW and go show off? Because Will Ospreay's been trying to get him out of there. Will Ospreay has just been over and over just saying how good Ricochet is, and this is Ricochet operating on 75%. Imagine what he could do on 100%. And Will keeps asking for him to come to AEW. And I don't know. I don't know.
I feel like for his safety, it's better for him to stay in WWE. Because if he goes all out, kind of like the same vein as fucking Will Ospreay, like how he changed his like wrestling style.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if he
Yeah.
were to go to fucking AEW, he'll go all out, and who knows, he'll probably get injured. My
I
opinion.
listen. I honestly feel like somebody, I don't remember exactly who it was, made made the actual statement about him was like, this is probably as far as Ricochet will go in WWE. But if he went to
Yeah,
AEW, he would probably be at the same level because there's too many top guys. And no matter what Ricochet does, he doesn't see Ricochet being a world champion over there. And it's like, yeah, so like either way, it's a lateral move.
that's a good point.
Yeah, so that's what I'm like. I really don't know. Whatever happens, happens. But it is a thing. And speaking of WWE, so I didn't know this. I knew that like Dragon Lee came over to WWE because like Rush said you should go over there because it's too many people in AEW. But I didn't know Finn Balor was the one who basically gave Dragon Lee the last word was like, yo, you should come here. This is a great place. And trust me, if you get over here, you'll be taken care of. So I didn't know that.
Spanish people stick together. Senor Finn.
Yep. And they had a match, which I'm mad that it didn't end. Dragon Lee and Finn. It wound up stopping because of interference. And then the rest of the LWO came out, and Carlito came out, and they had this big brawl, which set up the main event later that was already set up, which was Rey Mysterio and Damian Priest.
Once again, I hate that.
But it wasn't a championship eliminator match. It was just a regular match.
Yeah, but it was one of those like announced again matches. I hate that trope.
I don't think that's like kind of what happened here. I think it was just like they were out there and they fucked with Judgment Day and Priest and them was like, you just can't fuck with Judgment Day. Fuck you.
Okay.
So then we seen Sammy come out, and once again we see Natty talking to Sonya Deville. I with the stuff that happened with Natty, I'm like so confused. Like I don't know what Sonya Deville can do for her.
Basically, did they team before? I don't know why. I vaguely like remember them teaming, but I'm probably 100% wrong about that.
They might have just had like a one off or a two off team. I remember that. I do kind of remember that.
Okay.
But here's the thing with Natty though. Natty keeps saying enough is enough, time for a change. But her contract is up this weekend with WWE, and like she hasn't re-signed. Like her contract is up, and they're still negotiating, but her contract is up. And a lot of people are saying she could go on an independence, work for AEW. Some people even say she could be in the Owen Hart Cup tournament.
I actually say that.
Yeah, like it would be strange to see Natty out of here, but at the same time, it's like, what else can she do here?
Yeah.
So we'll see because also Natty's been training a lot of people and not even just like people in WWE, AEW, Stardom. Like she's been training with a lot of people, and it's like she may go outside. I mean, to be honest, for WWE, if they let her go, it would be a bad decision because Natty knows a lot of female wrestlers from other companies, and it's like if she's the one training them and talking to them and getting them acclimated with the WWE style, she gets them in the door. And also, TJ is a trainer too. It's like those two opening the door for different wrestlers to come to WWE would be a benefit for WWE. So
Yeah.
them losing her would be a big blow. Like, and plus she's like a cornerstone of like WWE. So I don't know.
She's basically wrestled every woman there.
Hmm. And she's trained like most of the new women, and like even when somebody's like just need like everybody that just like needs freshening up, they'll go train with Natty. Like a couple people from Tokyo
Yeah.
Joshi Pro came over just to train with Natty, and it's like that's a very valuable person to have in your company. Like you get all of these people is a very valuable person. So yeah, they shouldn't let her go.
You just mentioned Jade Cargill earlier. Didn't she train with Natty? I swear she was one
Yep,
of the ones.
yep, she
Yeah.
was one of the ones. So then we had Carlito in the back with Truth and Miz, which was a comedy segment, and you know, whatever. Like it was funny. I don't remember the jokes. That's why I'm not saying them. So
More or less, Truth said something to like was talking shit about Judgment Day, and Miz called him out for it. And then Truth reversed it on him, be like, dude, you gotta stop being so obsessed with the Judgment Day. Like, that's gonna fuck with your head when it's fucking Truth that's doing it. And Miz just looked at it like, dude, what the fuck?
well, goddamn. So then we had the best thing for this fucking feud. We had Sami Zayn come out with the Intercontinental title, and he's pissed off. He wants to fight Gable, but the Alpha Academy comes out, and the Alpha Academy comes out, and they read this thing, and it was the best thing ever. Because like Chad Gable wrote something and talked about each and every one of them. He called fucking Akira Tozawa a failed ninja. He said that Otis was too dumb to hold on to Money in the Bank briefcase. He called Maxine, what did he call her? I want to say he called her
I
Barbie or something.
forget.
He called her something. And like, Sami Zayn was
Something
like, I don't
Barbie.
care. Yeah. And Sami was like, I don't care about any of that. I'll give him a shot at Clash of the Castle for the Intercontinental Championship. He was like, where is he? And they're just like right there. And Gable comes and attacks the shit out of Sammy. So when he attacks Sammy, like Maxine tries to stop him, and he just kicks Maxine and Akira Tozawa out. And then Otis was about to hit Chad Gable, and the crowd, like I haven't heard the crowd pop like that in a long time for like somebody almost hitting someone, but they
Right?
popped. Like Otis is gonna be huge when he turns. So
Can't wait.
then Sammy's getting his ass beat by Chad, and Maxine and Akira Tozawa are on the apron, and Otis is looking at them because he's about to go with them, but because Sammy was in between Chad Gable and Otis, Chad just rammed Sammy into Otis, and Maxine and Akira Tozawa go on the floor, and Otis turns around and he doesn't know who did it, and he looks and he wants to attack Chad, but Chad goes, "No, Sammy did it. Sammy was the one who hit him." So he fucks up Sammy, and then he leaves and picks up Maxine and puts Akira on his back and walks to the back.
One, like, Chet technically didn't lie because it was Sammy that hit him. It was because of Chad, but Sammy did hit him. He didn't lie
Yeah.
about that. Two, that man is fucking strong as fuck. Carrying them both like that?
Mm-hmm. That like when I saw him carrying both of them like that and walking calmly, I was like, this dude is too fucking strong.
And Maxine is tall as shit. So,
Mm-hmm.
like, what the fuck?
So then we saw something that like I swear to God, this is foreshadowing because they show Adam Pearce looking at this whole thing, but here comes Bron Breakker, and Bron's like, yeah, he was like, that's nothing compared to what I'm gonna do later on in Ricochet. And he's like, dude, you need to calm down. And he's like, nah. He's like, I'm gonna kill him. And then Ricochet comes out for the match, which, like, I swear to God, I thought that Ricochet was gonna die to Braun just like immediately. They actually had a fucking competitive match. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, they were almost equal on speed and all that.
Mm-hmm. They were good until Braun fucking killed Ricochet. And then after the match, he was still going to try to kill him. He was going to hit him with the steps. But then Ilya Dragunov came out, and I swore he was going to throw the fucking steps at Ilya. He threw them, but I was like, it's going to hit Ilya. There's no way he's going to move out the way. But Ilya moved, and then he started beating the shit out of Braun. And they just kind of went back and forth. So I'm guessing a triple threat at Clash of the Cast.
Yeah. Because, like,
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of like a Trick in Dragunov thing where, like, Trick kind of likes him, but no, Dragunov kind of likes him, but, like, Trick wasn't having it. So
Mm-hmm.
to me, it looks like Dragunov is trying to be his friend, but Ricochet's like, nah, like, after I handle this shit, I'm going to go after you.
Yeah, and I'm down for that. Like I'm down for all of them fighting over and over again. I'm down for it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So a triple threat would be nice. So then we get Ray giving Dragon Lee a pep talk, and I didn't like it. I didn't like it. It's like Ray, how are you going to tell this man anything? Like what have you done, Ray? Like you're still a loser. And I know somebody's probably yelling right now, like Ray won the title. Ray won this. I know that. I mean, current day old Ray. He done nothing.
Like, the last thing he won was the U.S. title, and that was like
Mm-hmm.
a few years ago,
Yep.
like 2 years ago or something. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So Then we had Natty versus Kiana James, and this was a okay match. Kiana won because it's her first match on Raw. Finally, after all of this time, she finally wins.
Right.
So then we get the New Day interviewing by Kathy Kelly, and Cross comes up and he basically tries to say to Woods was like, Kofi's won everything, you haven't won anything, and he's trying to split them up. I hate this. Like I hate that they're trying to split up the New Day, and I really hope it goes the way that I think it's gonna go. Because like if they go the other way, it's gonna piss me off.
And what's the way you wanted to go?
I want Big E to come back. I want Big E to come back and save this whole entire thing.
Okay, that's not what I thought you was gonna say. And I actually like that too. Oh shit.
Wait, what did you think I was gonna
Big E
say?
would fix all that. What you've been telling me off the podcast this whole time, like you want them to go heel?
Like, I'll be okay with them going heel if they go together, but
Yeah.
like if that's not the way they're gonna go, I want Big E to come back, especially since he's now getting stem cell research. Him and MVP. And the last time somebody got stem cell research, they're still wrestling. So I mean, yeah.
I heard that shit does wonders. So
I mean, look at Rey Mysterio. Like, he's right
yep.
there. So then we had Natty in the back, and Sonya's trying to console her. And she says, enough is enough. Time for a change. Again. And so Sonya tells her to hold on. And she talks to Zoe and Shane and was like, no one respects you. You better get respect. But once again, in the back is Isla Dawn and Alba Fire.
Yeah.
So then we had the worst match, Braun Strowman Bread versus Carlito. And I was like, eh. The one
It
thing
was
I
so
did
bad.
like,
One, I forgot that happened in the show. Like
mm-hmm.
for some odd reason, I thought that was for next week. Two, I don't even remember who won.
Braun Strowman Bread won, but the one thing that I do like is that they beat him down after the match and they hit his leg with the chair over and over. And Liv even came out to save Dominic. And he just beat the shit out of him and hit him with the chair on the knee and kept hitting him. It was like, okay. I hope they
That's
took him out
crazy.
for a while. I hope they took him out for a while. That's all I'm saying.
Now that I remember, from what I
Mm-hmm.
read, like he's supposed to be working on a movie or something. So that should take him a while.
Good, good. So then we get Jade Cargill and Bianca come into the ring, fully dressed to wrestle, but behind them, Chad Gable is talking to the Creed brothers again.
How doesn't anybody know what's coming?
Exactly, like I can't wait. Like I can't wait for this to happen because the new Alpha Academy is going to be awesome.
Question: is it going to
Mm-hmm.
be new alphas versus old alphas? And if so, right, who's going to be the fourth person on the old alpha?
Sammy, Sammy's gonna team up with them.
I was thinking that, but I was like, that's probably too easy. Cool.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be Sammy. So Jade and Bianca come out and they're talking and they're just hype. And then Zoe and Shayna come out and they was like, "We want to fight you for those tag titles." And Bianca and Jade was like, "Okay, we're here right now. Y'all are here. We can have this match right now." And it was so weird when Adam Pearce came out. He was like, I usually don't do this, but you know what? Fuck it. Get a referee down here. Let's have a match."
He said he doesn't do that, but I feel like he does it a lot.
He does do that a lot. But no, he said he doesn't do this because two competitors both don't want the match. Because it's usually like one person wants the match and the other person is trying to get away. They're
Oh
both
yeah.
these people wanted the match. So
Okay, good point.
like the match is going, but it ends when Alba Fire and Isla Dawn come back and they just beat the shit out of everybody. Just set up the three-way at Clash of the Castle.
Something small. Do you notice something? They don't call them the Unholy Union anymore. They're just Isla and Abba.
I think they don't call them that because they haven't wrestled as a tag team yet. Because like they just
Yeah.
know them as Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. Like they haven't wrestled as a tag match. So once they
Oh,
have
okay.
like their first official tag match, they'll call them the Unholy Alliance. So one thing about this match though that was like really fucking cool was the camera shot. Like they started from the floor, they went all the way around, all the way to the ring, and it was just one continuous camera shot of them wrestling from the outside to the inside, and it was just like it was so dope. I'm like, the fucking camera work has been fucking phenomenal, phenomenal.
Once again, whoever's in charge with that, because we mentioned that before in another show,
Hmm.
like they need to fucking get a raise.
His name is Lee Fitting, and he deserves a lot of money.
Yes.
So then we had Priest in the back talking about how he was going to beat Ray. And Drew said, "You better keep the title because I'm going to take the title off of you." And Priest was like, "This isn't for the title, so I don't know what you're mad about, but I'm going to kick your ass." And he's like, "Okay." So then we get Jay Uso. And Jay Uso comes down and he mentions the bloodline. This is the first time he mentioned the bloodline in a long time. And he said it's time for him to do something and he wants the whole Yeet army behind him when he goes for Money in the Bank. So,
I didn't realize that's what their fan base was called when he said it.
I mean, I think that's what they're called. Like he said something, he called them the Yeet something.
Yeah. No, I think you're right. The Yeet Army.
So, okay, do you think he should win Money in the Bank?
Uh, honestly, no.
A lot of people think he should win Money in the Bank because, like, he's one of the biggest stars on Monday Night Raw, main event Jay Uso, and he needs something. Like, he needs something.
The only reason I say no is because whatever title he's going for, he ain't winning it.
But that's the thing. Like he could. Like, what if he won it for like even like for a week? He wins the world title. Like, would you like?
I'd be
How would
okay
you
with
feel
that.
about that?
Yeah, I'd be good with that.
See, okay. So here's my problem with this is because there's so many good scenarios with this Money in the Bank, and like he's like the perfect candidate right now. I also think that Finn Balor is the perfect candidate to win Money in the Bank. So I like right now is even though it's far out because it's like next month. I still I don't know who I want to win Money in the Bank, and this is just from the Raw side of stuff. Because the SmackDown side is going to have somebody in there that's going to be like, you know what, they should win Money in the Bank.
Yep.
So then we had Lyra Valkyria, and she said that she wants to be in Money in the Bank, but then she gets attacked by Io Shirai.
So is she in it now? Because like she got a check, so like now I'm not so sure. Maybe Eo's in it.
I think they both might be in it because they're supposed to wrestle next week.
Okay.
But like once I saw Lyra, I was like, ooh, Lyra should be Money in the Bank. And then like when Io attacked, I was like, but what if Io was in it? But
But
but then I
Io won
remembered,
it last time.
yeah, but then I remembered that Tiffany is gonna win it. So it's like, oh yeah, none of y'all are gonna win it. Okay, cool.
Tiffy time.
Yep. So then we had New Day versus AOP, and this was like the greatest case for Cross because they took Kofi out, and Woods didn't have anybody to tag, and they lost.
At the end, Cross was like, "See, you can't rely on him. You need to leave him," and all this shit. So, and would just looked at Kofi like, "Where the fuck were you?"
See, I'm glad that they're starting to fuck with them, and it's like, all right, they're gonna have a little dissension, and I think like soon as they get ready to have the match, that's when Big E's gonna come out, and everything's gonna be changed, and it's gonna be great.
That would be awesome and shit.
So then we had Rey Mysterio versus Damian Priest. And there was this older fan lady who was out there, and she was in the front row, and she was like a super Ray fan, and she got to hug Ray, and Ray took his shirt off and gave it to her, and she just was so happy. That was great.
That was cute.
Yeah. Then Damian Priest proceeded to murder Ray, so that was a thing. And then Priest got murdered by Drew, but then Priest turned it around and beat the shit out of Drew with the help of the Judgment Day, and he laid Drew out. So I was just like, well, okay, it doesn't matter because you're still going to lose.
Yep.
Like, and the funny part is like, normally I would be like, oh, I feel bad for Priest because he only had the title for like this little bit of time. But at the same time, it's like he could win it back down the line, and he's already a champion. So it's not really a big deal.
Nowadays, like I kind of changed my stance on like short runs and whatever. I don't feel
Hmm.
bad, especially if you're someone like Priest who has never won it and you finally got it. At least you had it. There's people who've never
Exactly.
had it.
Hmm. Like that's the way I feel too.
Yeah. Let's say, for instance, like a Shelton Benjamin. He was in WWE for years and never won it.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Someone like that, I feel bad for.
Basically. So now we go over to AEW, and Triple H shows up on AEW. I mean, MJF shows up on AEW.
Triple Max.
Triple Max. So he cuts this promo, and I immediately just was like, this is why I didn't like this guy. Like, this is why I didn't like this guy. And I know somebody out there was like, no, but you guys really liked him. Yeah, we liked him when he was doing the thing with Adam Cole. Like, this swarmy asshole Max is just not, he's not our asshole. That's not what we like.
Basically. Like he showed like more personality as a good guy than he's doing now. Like I saw someone online like call him a tryhard when he's a bad guy.
Yeah, because it's like he just like wants to be like such a dickhead, and it's like, oh, that's what we like. We like him being a dickhead. It's like, but you don't have to be. Like, you don't have to be. And he's just like this most asshole. And he starts talking about Swerve and Okada and Osprey and all of these people. He starts talking shit about them, and it's like, I it just wasn't for me. This promo wasn't for me, and I was like,
Same.
yeah, this, like, but the fans ate it up, and then Roosh came out. And Rush said that he wanted to fight him, and then fucking MJF just went full Spanish mode and said "chinga tu madre," and like, okay, well, you went too far. And then Rush tried to beat him up.
He called him a cabron.
So, is this match going to be at Forbidden Door?
Eh, it may be. I don't want it to be though, because I feel like Forbidden Door should be AEW versus another company, and that's 100% AEW versus AEW, even though the Spanish guy versus the American.
And so I agree with you, but part of me wants this to happen just to prove a point. Just to prove a point
Okay.
that there's not too much left that you could do with Forbidden Door. Like that's why I want this to happen because it proves the point that like since AEW sucked New Japan dry and it's like now working with everybody else, there's not really much you can do. So you're just now at the point where you have AEW versus AEW. Fuck, the main event is fucking AEW versus AEW. There's not nobody from
Yeah.
another country. It's just AEW versus AEW. So it's like, yeah, this feels like we should just go here with, hey, fuck it, we're just gonna have this match.
That's the main reason I said that, because that main event should not even be there.
Exactly, but hey, we're here. I do have a theory about the main event later on. So
Okay.
we get Roderick Strong running up a bunch of steps, and he's getting ready for his match with Swerve later on. And I'm just like, oh, okay, cool. Then we have Orange Cassidy. Orange Cassidy comes out for his match against Kyle O'Reilly versus Jay Lethal versus Phoenix. And the winner of this match gets a shot at Will Ospreay. And I was not expecting Phoenix to win, to be honest with you.
Same.
But I mean, we do get to see Phoenix versus Osprey next week, so that's a plus.
It's gonna be a banger.
Yes. Like at this point, I feel like, well, part of me feels like Osprey's taking too many matches, but then I say that when Swerve has a fucking main event later on. So after the match, Orange Cassidy gets attacked by Trent. He turns it around on Trent, but then Chris Statlander slaps the shit out of him. But then here comes Willow to beat up Chris Statlander, and she runs. And Orange Cassidy looks at Willow, and they look at each other like, oh, they're gonna help each other.
Mixed tag.
Yes, I hope it's at Forbidden Door. I really do. So then we get the most annoying prick ever. Chris Jericho shows up.
Boy, is he ever.
And he's just being nice, and Big Bill's being nice. But Brian Keith is just being a pissed off asshole. That was the best. He's the best part of the fucking segments because they're trying to be these nice ass pricks, and Brian Keith is just angry. He's just like an angry man, and just like, shut up. I was like, okay, like I like that.
Like, fuck that. You have to respect Chris Jericho. He's a learning tree. You respect him.
Dude, that was
Now,
so
calm
cool.
down, Brian. Calm down. You know, he doesn't know better.
That
The
was so
contrast makes
good.
it worth it, but he's so fucking annoying. Jericho, that
I
is.
know. And then we got Willow promo, and Willow was so fired up and how she wants to beat Chris Statlander's ass. And then Orange Cassidy comes in and gives her the lazy fist bump, and she's like, "Yeah."
That was funny.
But like, I've never seen Willow this fired up, but she was fired up and she was awesome though. Like, it was like, oh my God, Willow's fired up. This is awesome.
New side to her. It's good.
Yes. So then we get Christopher Daniels out to set up a match, and the winner goes into the ladder match, and it's Mark Briscoe versus Brian Cage. And of course, Mark Briscoe wins. And in the back,
I was
Jack
kind of
Perry
scared
is,
Brian was gonna win though.
oh, dude, I like halfway through the match, I was like, oh, Brian Cage might win. And then I was like, oh, shit, no, Briscoe's going to win. Because like he beat his ass too much, and it was like, oh, this is fucked up. But
And plus, my
yeah,
logic is Briscoe already has the title, so
hmm but I know he's not going to win because when they showed like after he won and he's looking at the title, Jack Perry's looking at the title too. So it's like, oh, they're going to put the title on Jack Perry. The Young Bucks are going to screw him some kind of weird ass way, and that's going to be a thing.
they're probably gonna get in the match just like he got in their match, and like put down the belt for him.
Yeah. So then we get Jericho talking to 2.0, and he's like, hey, he's like, you guys did a lot of good things because of me. You're on commentary and you got a wife and a baby. Hey. And they're like, I
In my
hate you.
head, I'm like, how the fuck was him getting a wife and a baby your fault?
I don't fucking know. So then we had the Acclaim. They come out spitting raps, and Max Caster says something about the bitch ass EVPs. And the Young Bucks pop up on the screen and said, you know what? We're cutting your match tonight. You no longer have a match. So get to the back. You're done. They're like, okay.
Like they're AVPs. I don't know. Like for a split second in my head, I'm like, can they do it? Obviously, they can.
Yeah. So then we had something I don't like. I don't know why. I feel like there's something nefarious to this because we get Swerve, and Swerve is talking about how he's going to beat Roderick Strong's ass, and then he's going to beat Will Ospreay's ass. But then he gives the contract to Nana and says, mail this to Osprey so he can sign this for the match at Forbidden Door. And it's like, why did you? Why was that a thing? Like the match is already signed, right? Why did you do that?
I swear they had a contract signing.
They didn't have a contract on it, but like they literally just like they made the graphic and everything, so it's like basically already like official. So with this being a thing, like part of me was like, is there a way that somebody else gets this contract and this is a thing?
They're gonna pull Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, I don't want it to happen, but I feel like it's going to happen. So then we get a Stephanie Vaquer Mercedes promo, and then we find out that it's title for title, and I'm just like, that's pretty much should have been a thing anyway, because the New Japan Strong Women's title was basically made for Mercedes. Like it was for her to wrestle in America with the title. And so her winning the title was just like, oh, it's a foregone conclusion.
Yeah.
So then we had an 8-man tag with the BBC. Wheeler Yuta's back.
And he's still the pure champion.
Yeah, and they didn't strip him for that. I wonder why. So then we have CMLL, Valador Jr. I was gonna say Hechicero, but that's not. He wasn't in this match.
His show should have won the fucking what you call it, that battle royal, whatever, to fight fucking what's his face, Swerve.
no. I'm glad he didn't because he has a match against Zack Sabre Jr. and that's gonna be fucking great. Hechicero versus Zack
Okay,
Sabre Jr. is gonna be fucking great.
I stand corrected then.
Like, but this match was okay. I mean, it was CMLL versus BBC, and BBC won. So I mean,
Obviously.
and, yeah, and Yuta's back. So I mean, I hope he does something, but whatever.
He actually has a match on Collision.
Against
It's
who?
him and it's him and Claudio versus FTR.
Oh, okay. So he's gonna get murdered by FTR.
Yeah, because he's probably the one going to take the fall.
Yep. So then we get a Daniel Garcia promo, and Daniel Garcia talks about all the stuff that he'd been through when he was in a car crash. The bad part is like I'm not even joking. They said about him being in a car crash, and they showed the car crash, and I was like, why do I remember like Daniel Garcia being in this car crash? But I don't remember it being in AEW, but I remember him being in a car crash. I was like, I remember this.
I'm going to tell you why you remember it.
Why?
Because it actually was here, right? Because that's the reason he joined Jericho. Because Jericho fucking paid for something and whatever, and like that's why he showed loyalty to Jericho. That was part of the story.
Ah, ah, okay. So that
Because
makes sense.
remember he
And
was
he,
gonna join the BCC, but he
mm-hmm,
didn't. That's
yep,
why. Because he was loyal to Jericho for that.
got it. So he also wants Will Ospreay's international title. Okay, this is too many people for this international title.
And that all of them are international. How about that?
Yeah, I mean, you could say that Daniel Garcia is Spanish.
Okay.
So the EVPs kick out the Acclaim, and then Christian, Nick Wayne, and Luchasaurus come in. And Christian says he wants his world title shot. He wants revenge. He wants to beat up Swerve. And they said, you know what? We'll think about it. And I don't know what that means, but like, yeah, I mean, I don't know what that means. Nothing against Christian. And so yeah,
They ain't doing shit with him.
yeah. So then we get timeless Tony Storm, and she comes out, and Outcast Mariah May also comes out to face the other Outcast.
That was funny.
Yes. So they beat Saraya, and she's done. And then Saraya and Harley Cameron beat down Tony and Mariah. But then Mina Shirakawa comes out, and she beats them up, and she holds her girl, and she holds her close to her chest. And Tony's like, wait a minute, no, 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 she's going to my chest. And they have a chest off because this is where the
Literally.
breast wrestle. Yeah,
Yes.
like we didn't make that up. Tony actually said that. Tony literally said this is where the breast wrestle.
More than
And
once.
mm-hmm, and then they all were in Mariah's breast. That was very confusing because like they're holding her, and then all of a sudden she's holding both of them, and it's like, wait, what? What is happening?
Actually reversed that shit.
And this is very funny because last week on our last podcast, we were talking about this was going to be a match, and as soon as we finished the podcast, Tony Storm challenged Mina Shirakawa, and Mina accepted. So here we are. They're going to have their match that we called 2 months ago, at Forbidden Door.
Fucking crazy. I
So
would
then
add
Jericho.
one thing to this match
Hmm.
though,
Yes.
because like I would actually add Mariah May as a special guest referee.
Oh my God, that would be so
Make
good.
make it complicated as shit.
Oh, that would be great. So Jericho talks to Private Party, and he said, "You guys should change your name to Public Party."
I was like, bitch, what?
Like
Oh, my Quinn's back.
that was so fucked up. Oh yeah, Quinn is back.
Yeah.
Like it was so fucked up that I totally just like ignored that Quinn was back. So then we get Brian Danielson. And Brian Danielson said, "This is my last year. I've been too nice. You know what? I'm going in the Owen Hart Cup tournament and I'm going to win and I'm going to challenge for the world title at All In." So, yeah.
Now they changed it. You win this shit, you get a title shot. Which is weird because you literally get a belt of your own.
Yes. But I think Brian is going to face Will Ospreay there.
I'm down for that. They
Yeah.
have some unfinished business, in my opinion.
Yes, they do. Because the way that that match ended, like, Will could have beat him easily, but then he also kind of kicked him when he was down. So,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm all for that. Or he could face Swerve, but I don't see him facing Swerve.
Nah, me
Like
either.
I have this weird feeling like Osprey is gonna lose the international title before All In. I mean, before Forbidden Door, and then he's gonna win the world title.
I'm okay with that.
So then we get to the main event, and it's Swerve versus Roderick Strong, and Swerve beats Roderick. And I don't know who thought that Roddy was gonna win the world title.
If this was non-title, like eliminated or whatever, Roddy had a better chance of winning.
Mm-hmm. Because like no matter what, I was like, yeah, Roddy's not winning this. Even with like the help of
Yeah.
the Kingdom on the outside, it wasn't like, nah, he's gonna win. Nah, he lost.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how the show went off the air with Swerve, the world title, getting ready for Forbidden Door.
Forbidden Door is gonna be good, I think.
Oh yeah, it's shaping up pretty nicely, and then like the other stuff that they're gonna add, because like I don't know who FTR is gonna face for the tag titles, but
Hmm.
they're gonna face somebody. Oh, and by the way, there was another older lady in the crowd, and Swerve danced with her. So I don't think it was the same lady.
I actually think it was the same lady, and
Oh,
like she scissored with Anthony Bowens too.
oh, okay. Well, wow, it's the same lady. That, that's pretty
I
cool.
think so. I think so.
But Forbidden Door is gonna be weird because I don't know. So you got the 6 man titles, which probably gonna be defended, but I don't know who they're gonna be defended against. The tag titles, don't know who that's gonna be defended against. We got the TNT ladder match with all AEW people. It's yeah, it's just a few titles that need to be defended.
Yep, because both women titles are in that shit. TNT title, as you said, in the
Mm-hmm.
ladder match. World title match. What are like you said? Fucking Will is gonna lose the title by then. So if that does happen, like before
Hmm.
pay per view, does that title get defended on the show?
Oh, of course, of course.
Okay,
So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of stuff on that show.
it's gonna be a long one.
Well, of course.
Not, not to mention the titles from outside that might be defended because Forbidden Door. So Moxley might defend his title.
Yeah, we won't find that out until this weekend.
Yeah,
So now we go to NXT, and the first thing we see is Ava waiting for Ego Ethan Page, who apparently wasn't signed to NXT, air quotes. So he's
canonically,
going to,
wouldn't that be like assault? Because like you're not signed, so you're not supposed to text somebody.
technically that would be assault. You're right. You're right.
I've always thought that when people like quote unquote not signed and
Hmm.
like they text someone.
Technically, you're right. So they recapped the last week's episode, which was a big episode. So then we have Jordan Grace with the back of her jacket saying NXTNA, and she comes out
I like that.
and she takes on Stevie Turner. And they have a good match, and Stevie Turner loses to Jordan Grace because why would Jordan Grace lose right before she's about to have the world title match?
Yeah, it was obvious.
Hmm. So Roxy got in Jordan Grace's face, and I did not know Jordan Grace was short.
They're about the same height.
Uh huh. So then we get Lash, and she's talking to Trick, and she's like, Trick, I can't do this. I need to focus on my title. And Trick says, you know what? You go ahead and you focus on your title. How long do you
They
think this?
broke up.
Wait, I was just about to say, how long do you think this fake breakup is going to last?
She's not winning that title, I don't think. So not very long.
I
Keyword, I
actually
don't
think,
think, cause she's good.
yeah, I actually think she will win the title.
But yeah, not very long either way.
So then we had a backstage thing with Sean Spears, and he's talking to Javon Evans and a bunch of other people, which is one of them is Brogan Finley, which is David Finley's son. I mean, not David Finley's son. God damn it, that's wrong. David Finley's brother
Technically, you're
and
right.
Fit Finley.
Technically,
I
you're
mean,
right.
yeah. So,
Because his name is actually David too. So
so technically, I was right. So
yeah,
then Sean Spears bumps into what is this goddamn Josh Briggs, and Josh Briggs is like, no, no, no. He's like, no, no. He's like, you people shouldn't be listening to none of this. He's like, this is crazy. And Sean Spears basically sets up a match for him later. Now I have to come on here and do a retraction to something I said last week because I hate the internet and I hate Brooks Jensen for this. Brooks Jensen lied. He's still under NXT contract. Now he's acting like a free agent, like he got fired, and he hates NXT, and he's not supposed to be there. He During the commercial break, he came in and interrupted the show. They kicked him out and told him he was trespassing, but he's still part of the show, and he was talking shit. And it seems like he's going to be going after Joe Gacy. I mean, Joe Hendry,
so it's basically the outsider gimmick.
basically. But damn it, he made me believe that he was fucking fired. So then we had the women's ladder match summit, and it was all six women that was there, and it broke down into a fight. as usual. Like, has any one of these things
I
ever been a thing when there was never a fight?
I'm just about to ask you, like, you're surprised?
No, but I want one of them to be like, hey, we're not gonna have a fight at all. We're gonna just, be cool.
Like 99% of the time, you have a meeting opponents. Shit fucking hit the fucking fan.
Yep. So then we had what I think is really fucking hilarious. We had Charlie Dempsey and I forgot what the other dude's name is. What's the other dude's name? Miles Bourne. Nope. Is it?
Yeah.
Nope.
No, you're right. I was born.
Miles Bourne. And Charlie is doing this whole Tony D'Angelo Italian thing, but he's talking to himself in the mirror. And then he talks to Miles in the mirror. Miles talks to him in the mirror. And Damien Kemp goes, guys, what are you doing? Like, why are you talking to the mirror? And they won't answer him directly, but they will answer him through the mirror. And he's just like, um, okay, I guess. And they tell him to go out there and beat Tony D'Angelo. And he's just like, I don't know what's wrong with you guys. And then they're like, you have to say capiche. He's like, okay, capiche, whatever. That was funny.
D'Angelo broke them.
Right? Speaking of broke, so Chase U is about to come out, and Riley and Duke Hussey is like, dude, we're not going out there. We don't want to be around Ridge Holland. And Mr. Chase is like, listen, Thea, I got your back. And then here comes Ridge Holland. He's like, hey, we got a match. Aren't the other guys coming? And he's like, no, Ridge, they don't like you. He didn't say that part. He said they're not coming out.
But they don't like him.
Dude, that would have been so funny if Mr. Chase would have said, yeah, they don't like you. So, yeah, just come on.
No one Mr. Chase, right? Of course
Mm-hmm.
they would beep it. But like, they don't fucking like you.
So then we got Jasmine Nix, and she came out, and she has an amazing entrance the way she does. Like, well, holy shit! Like, I did not see that. I didn't see that coming.
You said this multiple times for other people. I'm gonna say it for her. She's
Mm-hmm.
gonna be a star.
Oh yeah, she definitely is. She definitely is. So her versus Thea, and I'm not even lying. I thought Thea was gonna win. I'm like, oh, Thea's gonna win. I'm sad that they beat Jasmine next, but she beat Thea.
For her friend.
Yeah, for her friend that we see later with a nose brace. Dude, I'm not even gonna lie. When her friend shows up later, I was like, "Who the fuck is that with a mask?"
Oh shit. Do you foresee them turning on each other?
Not yet, not yet.
Okay.
So then we have footage of the Good Brothers beating up Too Fast and Too Furious, and I let you not. They have a shirt that says "No one is faster than Frazier." I swore it was a Fast and Furious shirt. I was about to say, "You motherfucker."
Dude,
Yeah.
why did you say that? Right? And in my head, I'm
Mm-hmm.
thinking fucking Joe Henry. No one is faster than Frazier.
Oh shit. That that is fucked up.
It weirdly went together. That
It
should be a
did.
match.
I hope it is a match. So then we see Ego in the back with Ava again, and Mr. Stone is like, Ava, you can't sign this contract. And she was like, I have to if we're gonna sign him, I have to meet his demands. He's like, you can't sign his contract. And she was like, we'll figure something out. So Josh Briggs is about to come out for his match, and Sean Spears beats his ass. But Javon Evans is right there, and he beats his ass. And they just battle to the ring. And dude, I've said this
Hmm.
a couple times. Javon Evans is the future of WWE. He's the future.
Obviously, he's young as shit. Like, what the fuck? He's gonna be there a while.
And everybody has said the same exact thing when they saw this springboard cutter. He has the best springboard cutter in wrestling right now.
Yes.
Dude, like he he springboard over dude. When he did this springboard, he just fucking was in the air. Just in the fucking air.
In a while,
Bro,
right?
why?
Because he's bouncy.
Dude,
That's his thing.
I I just I'm like after that, like it was like, oh shit, this dude is he's fucking great.
Yep. He's gonna be a future North American champion real soon.
I mean, he might not even be that. What if they give him the world title?
I'd see him like I see him winning it. I just see him winning the North American title first.
I
They're not
mean,
gonna
yeah,
like they're not gonna skyrocket him there, you know.
because he's only 19 or 20, one of them.
I think 20. He had like enough time, so
Yeah. So then we get Mr. D'Angelo. He's talking. He looks like he's coming out to the ring because he got to defend his Heritage Cup, and we got to defend it against Damian Kemp. Hopefully, he could defend it against Kemp. And
how you
Damian
doing?
Kemp, he comes out here and he defends it, and he beats him in the first round. Damian Kemp almost gets him, but then Mr. D'Angelo comes back and he hits him with a power slam. And how you doing? 1, 2, 3, and it's over.
Oh shit.
So I don't I don't know where this goes. I know where this like probably gonna go is gonna go back to him versus Charlie Dempsey, but I don't want it to go there. Like that's
Oddly
weird. Like I
enough,
don't.
like it's
Hmm.
not gonna be heritage rules though. I think it's gonna be like some other thing. And it's gonna be
Hmm.
something mafia esque Italiana, because like it gotta be a reason why he's copying Tony, you know?
Yep. But like it has to be good because I don't want it to just be like this normal. Hey, Heritage Cup bullshit. Like I hope it goes your way with the mafia rules.
Yeah. By the way, I looked it
Hmm.
up. Javon Evans is 21.
Okay, so he's still young, still super young.
Yeah.
So then we get Ava and Trick. And Trick is like, Ava, whatever he wants, give it to him. Sign him. And she's like, Trick, trust me, you do not want him to do all of this. And she's like, no, no, no. Trust me. Sign him. And she's like, you know what, Trick, I'll sign him. So then we had Jordan Grace, and she met with Mia Yim. And she's like, hey, hi, Mia. And then Sol Ruka showed up. And then Jada Parker showed up. And then Ariana Grace showed up. And she was like, we have a lot in common. Our last name is Grace. This is all your fault. You did this. No one else did this but you. You did this.
That's why as soon as you said it, I laughed. It's like, what the fuck?
Yes, this is all your fault. And so she's like, yeah. She's like, we have a lot in common and we could be sisters. And then Tatum Paxley was looking at the title. So a lot of people are saying that Tatum Paxley is going to be the one that answers the open challenge at the pay per view.
I'm okay with that.
Are you sure? Like it could be anybody. You sure?
Yeah, it could be anybody, but like I'm okay with that. It has to be a WWE person. It has
Oh
to
yeah,
be. Or In this case, NXT. It has to be.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be an NXT person.
Yeah.
So then they did this promo with Lola Vice and Shayna Baszler, and they just like took every fucking video game trope and made it a thing. Like they literally took like the fucking Mortal Kombat X-ray thing, the body part percentage thing. They took everything and put it on this one. I was like, this is dope. So yeah, this is fucking awesome. So they're basically setting up for their match at the paper, and it's going to be awesome because it's going to be an NXT Underground match at Battleground.
Which is the UFC place, which I heard, I don't know how true this is, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna try to do it in the octagon.
They said they're going to try to see if they can do it because they don't know if they can put that in there and the ring in there at the same time.
They could probably do it like their way, like the Lions done. I don't know if you
Mm-hmm.
remember that match from years ago. I
Yep,
want to say that was kind of an octagon.
it was. It was.
You could use that. That was kind of tiny.
Mm-hmm. So then we had Izzy Dame versus Natty because she was going to take Carmen Petrovich, but Carmen was injured. And so Natty gets the win here, and she once again says, enough is enough. Time for a change.
Why does part of me feel like she's about to come into Owen Hart's theme? One of them.
Dude, she should have because I missed those themes. They were great. So after Natty got the win, we got ready for the weird ass 6-woman match. It was like, I'm not even joking. It was just fucking weird. It was fucking weird. But before that, we had Tyson and Tyree. They came out, but they got attacked by Gallus. Why?
Yeah, this boy's out.
But you guys already have your thing. Like, you have your thing. And then they called out Obafemi, and Wesley came out, and they got in a fight. And once again, Gallus boys were on top. I don't know why.
It's fucking weird.
Yes. And then Renegade got exactly what he wanted, a Wendy Chu promo.
Yay! Evil
Yes, because
Wendy.
yes, he got his evil Wendy. So then Dante Chen
Because
beat the shit up.
what
Huh?
was what was the old gimmick?
Tien
Like
Shaw
I
or
know
something like that.
oh, okay, because I know the group was the Hand,
Mm-hmm.
but like for the life of me, I couldn't remember her name.
It was like Tien Shaw or some shit.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a combination of that, I guess.
Yes. So then we get Dante Chen beating up Brian Pillman Jr. and something they brought back that we mentioned on this podcast. It's a Singapore cane match.
Oh,
Yeah, it's going to be a Singapore cane match. So then we had the main event. There was a 6-woman tag match that was just jacked up because it was Lash Legend. Um, what is her name? Fallon Henley and Kalani Jordan against Michin, Jada Parker, and Sol Ruka. Tell me what's wrong with that.
yeah, the faces and the heels mixed up together. Because first of all,
Yes,
Fallon and Kalani don't get along.
exactly. And Jada and Mia don't get along.
Exactly.
So what the who thought this up? Who thought this up? This was like lethal lottery on steroids. It just was weird. and he
Blame the
has
guy
his
in charge.
Shawn Michaels. I blame you.
Stop cooking.
So I mean, he could cook just a little bit, just a little bit. So as this match is going down, then we get fucking JC Jane in a mask that looked like she had on a fucking lucha mask. Her and Jasmine Nix were out there, and Sol Ruka hit one of the craziest soul snatchers.
That
So,
move is fucking awesome.
yep. So Ava comes out to sign a contract for Ethan Page, and Ethan Page basically said, "Listen, I've been carrying people for years. Now is my time to shine, and I deserve everything I'm going to get." And Trick was like, "Yo, I don't even care." He was like, "I want you to sign a contract." And Ava kept saying, "Trick, you don't want me to just give him everything in the contract." He's like, "No, no, no. You got to sign this contract." And she's like, "Trick, I don't think you want me to sign a contract." He's like, "Ava, I want you to sign this contract." So Ava signs the contract, and Ethan Page gets an immediate title match. So, yeah. And they set it up and left it at
Maybe
that,
he shouldn't have signed that.
right? So now at Battlegrounds, Ethan Page is going to take on Trick Williams. And let's start with that, with the Battlegrounds predictions. Who do you think's winning
All right.
between Ethan Page and Trick?
Uh, you know what? I was gonna say I'm scared. I think it's gonna be fucking Ethan, but
Hmm.
it's gonna be Trick.
Yeah. I wanted to be Ethan so it could just like shake things up, but it's definitely going to be Trick.
Yeah,
So NXT Women's Championship, Roxy versus Jordan Grace. Who do you see winning?
I kind of want Jordan to win, but it's gonna be Roxy.
I want Jordan to win too, but it's definitely going to be Roxy.
Yeah,
So NXT Tag Team Champions, Nathan Frazier and Axiom versus the Good Brothers. Who do you see winning?
not the Good Brothers.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, I
They
don't
need a
see
tag
them
team
winning.
name.
Yeah, I don't see them winning. So
Fast and Furious
Obafemi,
winning.
yep, Obafemi versus Joe Coffey versus Wesley. Who's winning?
I'm gonna word this way, but I don't mean this as an insult, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, Obafemi's winning. Now, when I say unfortunately, right, all this
Mm-hmm.
build up to Joe Coffey, it looked like he's gonna win, but he's not. Like, Oba's gonna fucking destroy him especially.
Yes, because I think it's going to be Oba versus Wesley 1-on-1.
Yes,
So then the North American women's ladder match. Sol Ruka, Lash Legend, Fallon Henley, Kalani Jordan, Jada Parker, and Mi Chen. Who do you think is winning?
I had Sol Roca, but after what happened with fucking Fast Legend, like
Mm-hmm.
she might win, but I'm gonna say with Sol.
I'm going with Lash.
Oh,
NXT Women's Underground match. Lola versus Shayna Baszler. Who you got?
Lola.
Same. And then in the Singapore Cane match, Brian Pillman Jr. versus Dante Chen. Who you got?
Seeing the fact that I believe there's no rules, I forget how to
Mm-hmm.
go. Like it's gonna be fucking Brian Pillman Jr. He's gonna get his win back. Like some fuckery. He's gonna have somebody with him.
I was kind of thinking that it was going to be Dante Chen that gets the win. And, like, that's going to piss off Brian Pillman Jr.
Could work that way because he snapped last time.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
So yeah, that's the show. That's that's it.
Yep.
That that's gonna be Battlegrounds, and we're gonna report after Battlegrounds. So
It's gonna
we're
be a
gonna
fun
have
show.
battle. Oh yeah, it's gonna be definitely fun because this is gonna be the first time that they're gonna be in this new place, and we'll see how cool it looks.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'll be a thing, and we'll also cover SmackDown and the other show and the other show. Yeah, I
Collision
totally forgot
and
what.
Rampage.
Yes, and Dominion because Dominion is happening the same day.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I don't see too many title changes happening there, so I'm not even something I'm be like, yeah, no, we need to cover it. I don't see too many of them. So yeah, that's a thing.
Any good matches on there? Like noteworthy ones?
No, just John Moxley versus Evil. Everything else looks basically normal to me, and I don't really see no big title changes happening or anything like earth shaking. So yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's not really. It's not really. I mean, it's the biggest show, but I don't see anything foresee like this big changing earth shattering thing. But we will cover it though. We will cover it on the show next week. I mean, not next week, but
Cool.
after Battlegrounds. So yeah, that's it. Anything got to say?
See you in Battleground.